Hey everybody, it's the DMV diver here, and I have a video of some of the things I found this week. But one of the main things I wanted to do today was make a video on diving tools, the tools I use to dive with, because I've watched a lot of videos and I feel like I'm watching people in that, that little claw machine where you're trying to get the stuffed animals out, because it's like, oh, you almost, oh man, you almost had it. That's how I'm sitting here watching these videos. But I have a tool that I made myself, and it will get like 90% of everything out of a dumpster without having to get in the dumpster. So I'm going to show you what I have, and I'm going to show you how to make one. Okay, so here are some of the tools that I use to dive with. Box of gloves, no explanation needed. I have a flashlight. Now this flashlight is good because it has the hook, it has a light here, it has a light here, and it has a magnet here, and it is able to bend in multiple directions, and so I can actually attach it to the side of a dumpster like this and have the light here or whatever. But it's a good flashlight to have because it stands by itself. I have a mask, another pair of gloves. I have a couple pair of these safety glasses at times when you're disassembling furniture. And I have a multi-tool. This is a great tool to have because it can snip things, you can cut things. It has multiple built-in knives on it where you can cut, saw, do whatever you have to do. A screwdriver, in case you see something great on the side of the road and you need to disassemble it to get it into your car. This one is good because it has multiple heads on it. So no matter what kind of screw you come across, you usually have enough in here. Clorox wipes. Oh, how these have saved the day many times, the Clorox wipes. Now, for the tools I actually use to dive with, I have a grabber. Okay, everybody knows what these are. What this grabber does, it grabs things, Boom. I have a grabber. I don't use it as much as I should, but now another thing that I have that might come in handy for some of you is I have a lacrosse stick. Now, what is the lacrosse stick for? This is for those odd shaped things, the heavy items where you can pick it up with your grabber, but it's just too hard to get out of the dumpster with the grabber because it's so heavy. So what you can do is you grab it and then you have your other hand, you put it in there and then you can lift it up. This is good for like I said, odd shaped things, heavy items, and you don't have to actually use the grabber. Sometimes you can just scoop it out. You can just scoop it up out the dumpster just like that with this here. You can also use a fish net, like the ones you clean pools with or you go fishing with. You can use one of those as well. I just happen to have this because I got it from the thrift store. This is actually a real lacrosse net stick. This is one of the good ones. It's like $4 at the thrift store, so this comes in handy. Now, here's the tools I use. These are my sticks. Now, this was my original stick. This was the first one I made a long time ago. Now, this one, I took a dowel, I took a hook and put on it. But as you can see, the hook was no match for the heavy items. So, I went back to the drawing board. Also, this stick was kind of flimsy. It would bend under pressure. So I went back to the drawing board and came up with this stick. This one. This one is much thicker and it has a heavier hook on it. And this here stick, this here thing, I can pick just about anything out of the dumpster with this, including heavy boxes, anything. Now what I did too was I took the hook and I shaved it down to a point so that I could get the boxes. So all you have to do is stab a box. You take this and you stab a box. Boom, like that, and you can lift the box up out the dumpster. Easy peasy. Trust me. I'm going to show you how I make one of these. So there are a variety of hooks that you can choose from. There are the 5/16 by 4 inches. These here, they're like 95 cents a piece. And the 3/8 by 4.5, also 98 cents. 98 cents. Or you can choose from these Everbuilt ones. This is number four hook. It's 1 pack, or the number two, which is a little bit thicker. Everbuilt. This is a number two one. Either one will work. Just your preference and how thick your wood is as well. Now, I used to use these hooks in a smaller dowel when I was getting smaller things, but these don't work quite as well because they break very easily. They bend with heavy objects, they bend. With these hooks here, one of these hooks or this one, you can pull just about anything out the dumpster if you sharpen the point, which I'm going to show you how to do. This is the section where you would find just the lumber in general. And here are the wooden dowels. Now you have your pick. Now, of course, you don't want anything that small. Now, the one that I use now is is um is this size here. Is this one? It's a 1 by 48 inch round dowel. This is the one I use. The red on it. It seems to work pretty good. Run you about $4.58, or you can go up and get the one for $4.98, which is a little bit thicker. It's a little bit thicker. You really want to pull really heavy things out the dumpster. And of course, this is just like, so I used to use this one, the yellow one, but I found that it's the pole will actually bend with heavy items. These here, they will bend a little bit more, so I would stick with the red one or the green one. Today I'm making another hook with this dowel that I actually found. I found this in a dumpster. They had just finished renovating an apartment, so I guess this was like a closet rod, so they threw it away. So it's too long right now, but I'll cut it down to size. But I'm gonna try use the thicker one and see what happens. But it's not the easiest thing to grip. This one is, but we'll see. We'll just make one anyway, since this is what I had. I didn't want to buy a new one. So anyway, so I also went and have got this hook here because it's a bigger dowel, so I got a bigger hook. And this one is a 4.5 inch length. Now this hook that I have here already that I use right now, the thread on this hook actually comes down to about there, in there, which makes it a nice strong hook. It has a good neck. It doesn't bend for anything. This hook will get it out of the dumpster. So since I'm using a bigger dowel, I'm just going to use a bigger hook today. Unlike this one, my first one that I made, this one here bends under pressure, and eventually this here, like this will start to wobble because it's too much weight on the dowel, on the hook, excuse me. I have a drill bit on here that is slightly smaller than the hook because you don't want it to be the same size because then it'll wobble. So we'll see how this one works out because there is one that is a little bit bigger, but if this one doesn't work, then we can just use the other one. So you have a drill bit that's slightly smaller than your hook thread, and what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole right dead center in the middle of the dowel. bottom. Okay, so now we're able to screw this in. I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver and put it in. So with the help of these pliers and some weight on the pole, it's pretty much in here and it's not going anywhere. This hook is going to be able to pull all kinds of things out of the dumpster. Okay, so one more turn and we should be there. That is it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shave down a little bit of these ends to make it pointy, so then it can go into dig into boxes easier. So now you can see we have a nice point. So we can use this to puncture boxes, or big boxes that we can just pull out the dumpster. It's that strong. It give you enough time, especially if you have somebody with you, to grab it